Hello everyone, welcome back with Mr. Hermanto. This time the topic is adverb clause. As we know, this is the second type of subclause we discuss. So the first one is adjective clause, and this is the second kind of subclause, adverb clause. Now, what is an adverb clause? An adverb clause is a dependent clause that is used as or works like an adverb. So an adverb clause, like the name suggests, it is a clause that works like an adverb, that functions like an adverb. So an adverb clause modifies or describes verb, an adjective, or another adverb. So this is the functions of adverb. Okay, so adverb clause is a clause that modifies a verb, a clause that modifies an adjective, or a clause that modifies another adverb. Now, what are the examples? Now, number one, the show will start as soon as the audience has been seated. So the italic words "as soon as the audience has been seated" is the adverb clause. And what is the functions of this adjective clause? Of course, it modifies start. So when will the show start? As soon as the audience has been seated. Okay. Now, this is the second example. Although he got a lot of serious problem, he was still happy. Okay. What is the adverb clause? Although he got a lot of serious problems, he was still happy. So he happy, although he got a lot of serious problems. So this adverb clause modify adjective happy. Number three, the children were in the classroom when the earthquake shook the city. So it is the adverb clause, of course, when the earthquake shook the city. So what does it modify? So it modify in the classroom. Yeah, so it modifies this adverb in the classroom. So while the children in the classroom, earthquake shook the city. Okay, very good. So from these examples, we know that each sentence contained adverb clause, and each adverb clause start with the words such as soon as, although, when. So this is actually subordinate conjunctions, and this is very essential in adverb clause. And if we compare sentence 1 and 2, for example, the position of the clauses are different. Number 1, the sentence start with main clause. The show will start. So when? As soon as the audience has been seated. So between main and subclause there is no comma. While number 2, the sentence start with adverb clause, and the next is the main clause, and between subclause and main clause there is comma. So you have to remember, comma is meaningful in a sentence containing adverb clause. Now, the meaning of subordinate conjunctions in adverb clause, what are they? The first one, to show time, and the conjunctions to show the time, for example, when, whenever, while, since, as, after, before, until, as soon as. Okay, so the adverb clause start with one of these conjunctions to show time. Now let's take a look at example. He was talking on the phone as soon as he arrived. When she called, yeah, so this is subclause, adverb clause, and it begins the sentence and there is comma before the main clause. Another example is whenever he telephoned her, she didn't respond it. So this is the subclause and this is the main clause, and between them there is comma. Another subordinate conjunction is place, and the conjunction to show the place is where and wherever. The police trace back where the man has been to. So this is subclause. He travels wherever he likes. Okay? He travels wherever he likes to show place. Travels somewhere, wherever he likes. Trace back somewhere where the man has been to. The next is manner. Okay, and what's conjunction used to show manner? As if, as though. Please do as I have told you. It ended as I expected. As you have made your bed, you must lie on it. So here is the adverb clauses, and here adverb clause which begin the sentence, and before it or after it or between these two clauses there is comma. He acted as if he were the real victim. He speaks as though he were the boss. Okay, as we know, as if, as though is subjunctive. Okay, subjunctive sentence. The next subordinate conjunctions to show comparison: than, as. He works harder than I do. The game is more interesting than I thought. The restaurant is not as good as it used to be. She's not so stupid as you think. He is as stupid as he is lazy. She is beautiful as she is intelligent. So, relative subordinate conjunction used in this adverb clause is than, as, adjective as, okay, and also as. The next subordinate conjunctions to show result. They are so that, such that, and it is not directly so that because there is another words between so that and also such that. Now let's take a look at the example. The old man was so weak that he could not walk. So weak that he could not walk. So this is the adverb clause. So weak that. So adjective that. So this is the result, yeah, of being old. The man is old so that he could not walk. It was such a strange story that no one believed it. Yeah, that no one believed it. Why? Because it was such a strange story. Okay? That no one believed it is the result of the condition. The story was strange. Other subclauses or other subordinate conjunctions, I mean, because, as, since, for, so that, in order that, they show reason, cause, or purpose. She was late because she could not get up early. Since I was late, I took an online bike. The manager dismissed Mary for she was very lazy. So this is, or these are the examples to show reason. She was late. Why? Because he could not get up early. He took an online bike. Why? Because I was late. Yeah. Why did the manager dismiss Mary? For she was very lazy. As the weather was bad, we cancelled the picnic. He arrived early so that he would not be late. Okay, so this is to show purpose, so that, for fear that, or in case. Other subordinate conjunctions shows contrasts or concessions. There are many conjunctions. For example, where, wherever, although, though, even though, no matter if, while, even if, whatever, as much as, whereas. We took the train whereas Pete drove. Show contrast. While Tom is good math student, Eddie does well in English. Okay, so the two guys have different skill. One is in maths and the other one is in English. Okay, to show contrast. Although he is small, he is very strong. So this is concession. Yeah, although he's small, he is very strong. And remember, if we use although, the main clause doesn't need but. Although he is small, he is very strong. No matter how smart they are required to do the revision. Yeah, no matter how smart they are, this concession. No matter what the doctor said, the girl was dead. Okay. Next, to show condition. If, whether, unless, provided that, on condition that, as long as or so long as, and supposing that. My father only watches TV if his favorite show is on. So the condition of my father watches TV if his favorite show is on. High school students won't go to university unless they study very hard. Okay, so high school students won't go to university on the condition they study hard. You can play the game provided that you follow the rules. Okay, so this is the condition. Okay. Well, so these are subordinate conjunctions that are commonly used to create adverb clause, and they show time, place, manner, comparison, result, reason, cause, purpose, contrast, concessions, and also condition. And remember some patterns: when the subclause comes before the main clause, we have to put comma between them. But when the sentence start with main clause and then subclause, there is no comma between them. Okay, so that is the discussions about adverbial clause or adverb clause. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. See you next time for another subclause. Bye bye everyone.